This would be a pretty darn good EDC comparable to the higher Gerbers if you carry that in one of these. Welcome to SAK Friday. Each Friday we review a Swiss Army knife or one of its competitors. Past couple weeks we've done competitors, so we're back on the inside of Victorinox, and today we're going to be doing the Farmer. I haven't completed my 2024 lineup journal, but the Farmer's one or two in the number of days that I've carried it compared to other Swiss Army knife. This is an Alox, and this is one of the better Alox, and one of the most sold ones that have more than 2 layers at least. It does come with a bunch of implements that could easily fit in with any everyday carry. Let's start off with the implements. This awl is a little bit different than some of the awls on the regular Swiss Army knives, but it is very effective awl. A lot of people use it for like starting a screw hole, digging things up, scraping things off, because it works well for that. Most people are not using it all for sewing, but for other reasons, this awl is very effective. I like the knife blade on this. It is a long enough knife blade so that you can actually cut things with it, whether it's cordage, paper, even plastic. And it's also a long enough knife blade where you can do nice food prep. I like the knife blades here on this particular model and also the Pioneer model, because once you press down, you're able to hold it firmly in place and make really nice, precise cuts with it. It's a nice knife for that. The next thing we're going to talk about is everyone loves, everyone uses. There is nothing better out there than the Victorinox scissors. With the exception of specialty scissors, there's no better scissors. It'll cut and do it precisely even at the tip area of pretty much anything that you would want to have cut at the tip or in the middle or down here. Well, it does that. You can get some specialty scissors that will cut better, but when you look at other multi-tools, they don't find many that will cut as good as the Swiss Army knife ones. And I always wonder why people just didn't say, I'm going to get the Swiss Army knife, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to put it on my multi-tool, and then leave it at that. Because the patents, the ability to do that, should be fine, I think. Then the next thing over from that is the other thing that is really great for Swiss Army knives is this saw forward and backwards. It's great, and the teeth on it are just spectacular. I've used this a number of times, and the teeth are still fantastic on it. I don't know how many other multi-tool that are this long that will cut just as well. I've cut through many branches. I've even cut through some plastic piping with this, and it has held up very well. This is about, if I remember correctly, yep, it's about 3 inches long. And that 3 inches is just important and vital 3 inches. I should have measured the blade size too. And the blade here is a little under 3 inches, and it is also a slip lock blade, so that means that it's legal in a lot of countries just to walk around with it. That's why it's such a big seller, the blade and the saw. At the end here, you have a can opener that works really well. You can also use a tip for both prying. You use this tip for opening up a can to pry with, I'm sorry, and also with a slotted screwdrivers, slotted screws. You can use this, but it also works with Phillips screws pretty well also. So that's here, and it works great with this bottle lifter. This right here, people would normally use that for wiring, for like stripping wire. It doesn't work as well as you would get on the Pioneer, primarily because a lot of people like to have it kind of like this, and then in this case, they would want to use the actual, this right here, and in here, the saw, and then strip it. That makes it harder. When you get on some of the other ones, the blade and that are next to each other, it makes it much easier to strip wire with. So let's look at the size of this, just so that we know. The overall length is about 3.7 inches, which is approximately, I think it's like 93 millimeters. Well, that's what it is. I'm sorry, 93. And the width here is almost an inch wide. I'm sorry. Let me do that again. The width here is almost an inch wide at the widest point, a little bit less. That's typically going to be 22 to 23 millimeters. And it weighs, this one is one of the heavier ones. Alox one is, it is one of the heavier ones. We'll check out the weight here. 111 grams. And we'll do that to ounces for those of us in. It is a hefty piece. It fits in your pocket pretty heftily. I know that some people like to put something on it like this so that it is easy to get. I usually carry it in a pouch. Occasionally I will carry it in my pocket. This is a great EDC piece. What it's missing that some other pieces have are pliers. And there's some great pliers that people can use with it. I would say the 5-inch Knipex would be great to use with it. A lot of people don't want to spend that kind of money. It is great just to walk around with this crescent wrench. This 4.5-inch crescent. You put these two inside your pocket and you can solve lots of problems during the day. This would be a pretty darn good EDC, very comparable to any of the higher range Leathermans or Gerbers, you know, if you carry that and one of these. This is the Victorinox Farmer. This is Haku EDC. Do me a favor, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment. There's a review of one particular Swiss Army knife or one of its competitors that you would like me to do, please just leave that in the comments. See you in the future.